So you just bought a ladder, you got home, and you're looking at it, and you're like, how do I be safe on this thing? The majority of people, as a professional roofer that I've known that have fallen and gotten injured, it has happened on the ladder. So I'm gonna give you 3 quick tips on ladder safety. I know this is somewhat of a boring topic, but it's a very serious one. Tip number 1, the surface that you put your ladder on matters the most. I like to put my ladder in the grass. Usually on my ladder, I leave it 1 rung up, so it tells me that I can put my feet in the grass. And I can take this ladder and roll it right into the grass. And so what happens is I can lock my feet into the grass, and it's a nice permanent lock-in. Now, there's opportunity to put your ladder in gravel or dirt. Some people will put it on asphalt. I generally won't. Concrete. And then where it really gets bad is if you have like a TimberTech deck, like a synthetic deck. I highly suggest not to put a ladder on those. Right on the other side of us over here is a porch that has been clear coated, and it's some kind of garage floor material. This is not where you want to put up your ladder. Please stay away from these areas. If we're gonna put a ladder in somewhere else besides grass or dirt, I usually do recommend that you would put, I don't know, a bag of gravel or mulch, or if you have a bundle of shingles at the bottom of the ladder. So just to show you one more time, when I set my ladder up, I lean it against, I roll it backwards, and I lock the feet in. That is the most important thing of all of this. All right, so now when we're adjusting the height of our ladder, we can do one of 2 things. We can lift directly up. We do have this rope on the back. Not all ladders will have these, but usually taller ones will. And that's for when we get too far out of the way, we can no longer reach this ladder. Now we can pull on the rope and continue to make the ladder go up higher. It is OSHA standards that our ladder is 3 feet above the gutter line. I don't always love that because sometimes when you're climbing a pitchier roof, we can go directly over the ladder and it's a little bit safer than trying to walk around the ladder. But let it be known, the law here is to have it 3 feet above the gutter line. I wanted to show you, we have to make sure both these are locked into place. I have moved these up and one side will be locked and the other one won't. So tip number 2 is our distance from the wall. What I like to do is I have both my feet locking with the bottom of the ladder, the heels, and I want to be able to stick my hands straight to these rungs. Now this one's a little too far up and down for me. And what that does is when I climb the ladder, I find myself climbing a little sideways. I don't love this. I want to be able to have my knees straight out. So to get it in my position, I will move the ladder slightly back, step on it so it seats, and do a recheck. Now with these rungs, especially on an extension ladder where we have 2 of them until it's extended, those things should be parallel with the ground. The issue with having your ladder too far out is your potential of kickouts is much higher. And also, when we're climbing the ladder, we're putting a lot more weight onto the gutter. And I've seen people crush those gutters in by having too much weight. We want to be climbing the ladder with our feet only and being secured with our hands. 3 points of contact. When climbing the ladder, try to put your hands above the ladder with your thumbs underneath. I usually like to have my hand flat on this with my thumbs down. If I were to lose all other points of contact, I should still be able to hold myself up with one hand in this position. If I were off to the sides here, that would be pretty hard for me to do. Now, hopefully I could grab back on, but that's always one thing that I like to see is when people actually really tightly grab onto these things. Okay, now we're gonna talk about how to strap our ladder to the gutter. Now we do this primarily because of wind. I've had my ladder blow off a couple times. It's a little embarrassing, but you do wanna strap them, especially the higher the extension ladder goes, the more likely it is to blow over from wind. A lot of adjusters will use a bungee cord. I like to use a ratchet strap. Now back in the day, we used to be able to see the hangers with spike and ferrules, but now you can't really see the hangers because they're hidden. And so what I will do, because I can't see those, I'll use a ratchet strap and I can go really wide with this and get it over here Get it nice and tight, and then I'll only ratchet like maybe once or twice. If we go any tighter than that, then you can break the hidden hangers out of the way. Lastly, never climb a ladder with something in your hands. You usually want to have it in a tool belt or even a backpack. And it's just, that's OSHA standard. You're not supposed to have something in your hands, and it's a lot safer in that manner. And as always, if you have any of these issues, any of these little tips that we gave you on how to make it easier to climb the ladder and you still feel unsafe, give us a call. We'll come out there, we'll help you, we'll give you a free estimate. Now, we can't hang your Christmas lights, but we can sure help you figure out how to be safe. Give us a call at Roof Revivers.